Welcome back to Table Talk Sports. I'm your host, Logan.
And I'm Connor.
And we're going how NIL is ruining college basketball. And if you don't know what NIL is, Connor's about to give a quick little lesson for you.
NIL is money college athletes can make off their name, image, and likeness. It was introduced in 2021 and had a major impact in college sports. Since and recently and right now, it's been a major controversy. This allows college athletes to get paid not for their contributions on the field, but for their name in the community.
I mean, you're thinking this, you're like, how are we talking about how this is ruining college basketball? I know a lot of people in our survey that we made probably didn't know much about this topic. So, I mean, hopefully we could change it because I saw a lot of them saying, like, they were for NIL and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just think there's some casuals, unfortunately. You're thinking NIL is good as college athletes are making money, finally. You know, all these schools have so much money, they might as well give it to someone.
Yeah. But
it's caused a bunch of things. For the counter argument, I'm going to say, here you go, Mr. McKibben. So players that are not going pro, you can go hop into Jack Golke. Played for Oakland, beat Kentucky, went viral pretty much for how good he played. Mm-hmm. He made so much money after that game just with a bunch of companies getting brand deals and stuff, which is great for him because he's probably not going to go to the NBA. But at least he's making some money for himself. He's making some bread.
Good for him.
But players that are going pro, they're getting that financial stuff. They're having NIL agents that are gonna help them transfer into like pro, and how they can make money in the future. But this has become very shady with college basketball, and Connor's gonna let us know how players can get NIL.
They can get money off NIL from brand deals, off the court deals. This has made college sports, especially football and basketball, into a pay-to-win league.
Mm-hmm. So college basketball, there's been a bunch of tampering with NIL, as these boosters have so much money and they're wanting their team to be good, obviously. So they're like, spend our money on players, and college basketball teams are they're just throwing out money to players like, come to our team. They're not even in the transfer portal yet, which we'll get into because the transfer portal is a problem. But they're not even in the transfer portal yet, and they're just entering the transfer portal to see the value of their name and how much money they can get. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, if you were a college athlete, Connor, and you just had a great season, mm-hmm. and you want to know how much money you let's say that you don't have that much money and you want to make some money.
Yeah. So
would you put your name in the portal to see how much you're worth?
100%.
100% you would. And like, look at something here. I got some evidence for you. This is Jeff Goodman. He's a college basketball analyst and writer. This is from Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. One college coach just told me that the player's representative called asking for an excess of $1.5 million in NIL. This player is not yet in the portal. No. Not even in the portal, and he's already demanded money to players. Like, he's already demanded money to coaches. He knows what's going on here. He wants the money. I don't know who this is. If I'm gonna make some guesses, this might be Braden Smith even from Purdue. This could be some big name here. But we'll hop into the transfer portal, that problem.
And this has caused the transfer portal to skyrocket with so many names in the portal. There's already been a fifth of D1 college basketball players who entered the portal, and the season just ended.
I mean, the season just ended Monday. Just Monday, the season ended with UConn winning, and there's already a fifth. And I wrote that thing down with a fifth of college basketball players in the portal like a week ago. And since that week, I've been getting notification upon notification on my phone, blah, 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 from North Dakota State has just a bunch of players, even big name players from Duke that started on Duke are in the portal. And this is just insane. Like, there's probably a fourth now that are in there.
Yeah.
And the playing field just getting destroyed as, like, there's literally no loyalty in college basketball.
Loyalty in college basketball has been destroyed with the most loyal players leaving for money. Like, for example, Paul McKay leaving after 4 years ago across the country for money to go to Washington. Who goes to Washington?
Yeah, like, literally, you're from New Jersey, from Bayonne, New Jersey. You go to a New Jersey school, Rutgers. You go to the tournament 2 out of 3 times. 2 out of 3 times, That's pretty good, especially for Rutgers. First 2 tournament appearances in, 30 years? Something like that. And you go across the country to Washington. No relevancy to you. You have a girlfriend that goes to Rutgers. And you're going to go to Washington for more money. Like, What is in Washington?
Bro, maybe he's going out to the forest to cut some trees.
Cut some trees, some rain, you know. I mean, he was offered $400,000, so he's gonna have some pretty expensive gear to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, I mean he's gonna be looking nice cutting trees next year, as you know. He is not going to the NBA, so at least he can make some money.
Yep.
But and that's another problem in college basketball is players getting promised money to go places and they're not getting that money. Like, how would you feel? You know, say you're Paul McKay.
Mm-hmm.
You get lured out of your hometown with your family, all that. You know, you gotta leave your girlfriend behind and all your loyal fans for $400,000 and boringness, and you don't even get the $400,000.
Oh my God, I don't know what, bro. Are you serious?
Like he
I don't know what I would do.
literally tried going back to Rutgers.
That's crazy.
And our coach didn't even want him anymore because you know our coach is loyal. You know, shout out Pike, a loyal guy. If you want to hop on the podcast, just let me know.
Hit us up.
You know, but like, it's just crazy and like, it's. We'll hop into the transfer.
With the transfer portal, they lifted the rule of not being able to transfer more than once. Now players can transfer as many times as they want without punishment. It used to be able to sit out for a year for transferring more than once. In my opinion, that worked out. Unless a coach leaves for a team or an event happens like that, they shouldn't be able to transfer multiple times.
Mm-hmm. Well, topping the problem with coaches are leaving like wildfire now too. It's not even just the players. One coach is a good year and they're already gone.
Yeah.
Like last year, FDU beat Purdue and the FDU coach already hired at a better school, Iona. And this year, you know, Indiana State coach is already at St. Louis. But picture this. Sorry, I can't swallow right now. Chill. Picture this, bro. You're an Indiana State fan, you know. Let's say you're this age and just say, this is the best team Indiana State has had in your lifetime. You know, you didn't get to see the Larry Bird days back in who knows when. You know what I'm saying? And you're seeing your team, you know, they're one game away from March Madness. Probably should have been in March Madness. Go to the championship in the NIT. And you got a nice young coach returning. And what you think is a good team returning. You know, 5 years ago, I mean, before NIL, you'd be like, oh, we have a bright future. You know, got these guys returning. But just 3 days ago, you just got 6 notifications on your phone. Your 6 best players left, and a few of them graduated. You got 3 guys on the roster, and you don't even have a coach right now.
Yeah.
Like, how would you feel?
I'd be really outraged. Like, I'd probably go on Instagram, probably go to their DMs, take out all my anger on them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go crazy.
Some nasty words. I mean, from the fans' perspective, it's terrible.
You're like, so mad.
Like, you don't even know who's on your team anymore. Like, my mom has a magnet of the Rutgers roster because, you know, there were so many changes in the Rutgers roster last year because of the transfer portal and stuff. And there's 2 people returning this year. So she's going to have to get another magnet. Do you know how much of those magnets cost? Probably like $3. That's insane. Like, we don't got to be getting these magnets. You know, I'm a season ticket holder. I go to the games with my mom, and she don't even know the players because they're just leaving all over the place. Don't get me wrong, we're gonna be crazy next year.
Yeah.
Dylan Harper.
What up, Ace?
Bailey.
What up?
But it's just sad to see. There's no loyalty.
I mean, do you really think there's a way to fix it? Because I really don't.
I don't think there's a way to fix it. I mean, the transfer portal, like having them not able to transfer too many times, like this is high school basketball, would help. But you can't just cut NIL completely because there's benefits to it, and plus you can't just cut it out of nowhere.
Yeah. And
it's really something that you're just gonna have to let it play along because, like, the big market teams are just it's literally just the big market teams now is like besides Oakland, which was just like the only really upset, but they didn't even go on a Cinderella run.
Exactly.
Is there like even another upset? Because if you say NC State, I mean like they're still a team. They went to March Madness last year.
Exactly.
And they're still a good team. They're a Power 5 team. It's not like they're a bad team. I can't swallow right now. One sec. Brought to you by sorry. Can you read that? Crystal Geyser, natural alpine spring water. We're accepting sponsorships. I mean, you can give me some NIL. I'll be repping some Crystal Geyser natural alpine spring water arm sleeves at my golf game on Wednesday. Let me know if you want one, gay guy. I can get you another deal.
No.
But don't leave us, please, because then half our roster is gonna go. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh yes, like you don't see that many upsets, and it's just the big market teams that are just winning off this, and they're getting all the new transfers because they're just pouring in money upon money. I mean, it's affecting recruiting, but not as much because the recruits are still gonna go to top schools.
Exactly.
But it's just a struggle to see. I don't.
It's
You
so
know,
stupid.
it's turning into the NBA, and you don't want it to be the NBA because it's not the
Exactly.
NBA. It's college basketball.
College basketball.
And March Madness is supposed to be upset upon upset. It's supposed to be the greatest time of the year.
Yeah.
And this year, I just watched a bunch of. Last year was amazing to watch. This year, it
Fun
was just,
upsets, all that.
and I was just killing it. And
The Dodgers suck.
Mookie Betts sucks.
Shohei's a fraud.
David,
stop cheating
in
Kahoot.
Kahoot. It's not
Kahoot,
that deep,
bro.
bro. Come on, what are we doing here? Like, you've been caught, bro. We know you be looking up stuff. You're studying for a Kahoot, and you're still losing to me.
Idiot.
Subscribe and follow and.